Hello everyone, Teacher here and welcome to another video. So in this video I'm gonna be focusing on my current chapter 1 situation and what I'm thinking I can do to improve and get that 2,000,000.9 to get me my 6 gandalf shards. So if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So we're gonna start off with the squads, and one of the things that I already know that I'm gonna be talking about, and we might as well start there, is my Rebel. Rebel level 6 AoE is what I think and hope will help my Haradrim squad for a 900k. Now I have also gotten the extra health, so that's also something. So if we actually, let's go and take the Haradrim squad first, because I believe there is probably, I believe they got like 600k. Yeah, I got 671, so that means there's basically 200k that I can get there. So if we go take a look, we go Bikelu. If I wanted to do something with Bikelu for chapter 1, it would be her passive, but other than that, there's nothing I really need to do at the moment. Now, one thing I would like to do here is actually that this 5% damage, so I get the leader ability, because that will help. Every small bit counts, so I can get on the first bomber that I can go down into the orange, and I can make it happen, so that's something there. Now, overall, Tibeb is one that I need to build up a lot, because the healing, everything, she's just great. Even this 4D Cape Troll. So Tibeb is someone who needs to be built quite heavily, but that is where I'm thinking I can get something. Tibeb leader ability and Robel AoE. And then if I'm to look elsewhere for some damage, I'm actually gonna look at this one, crit chance. I don't know if I'm gonna go for this, but I think maybe the level 5 along with the two other abilities might actually be enough for me to do Haradrim. One thing that helped at my Haradrim was actually when I met Skull Crushers. So, yeah, the fact that there are Skull Crushers is really what is messing up my Haradrim run. And the reason for that is I couldn't survive the AoEs that they did, but now that they have the health, actually I'm gonna do Yefto here as an example. And if we go take a look at 19.5, this is almost 7k, so that helps a lot with actually sustaining and taking the hits. So that is one thing that I'm really looking at here. Overall, there's nothing much to say. If I were to do something, it would be Gear 9 Robel, but that's nothing in the cards, and Wubite, but that's down the line. There are other things that are more important, especially gold-wise. It's really costly to make anyone Gear 9. I believe it's 280, almost 300k, just to get Gear 9. Elves, Rivendell, we don't need to talk about them. They're already doing what they are supposed to do. Now, the next thing I actually want to go ahead and take a look at is actually, let's go take a look at Strider here. And the reason why I'm saying Strider is because this one could work, but there's not enough purple material for me at the moment. So we'll have to take a look and see how that goes. Now, the reason why I say this is because my Gondor squad with Strider got to 380, so there's something to be got there. Maybe this could put me into a 500. And if we go take a look, yeah, where we have them. If there were to be anything else, Faramir is actually doing pretty good damage, so I would say I would rather do Boromir. But of course, I would say, honestly, if I were to do anything, I would finish off one ability before I level the next one. That is how I would do it there. And so there would be some damage there. Like I get one 900k, if I got another 900k, that would be good. And then it would be the Gondor squad that would be helpful. Miri is another one. Like Miri, I have a lot of guild currency. I have like 3k, and I'm gaining around 1.2 to 1.4k per day due to my refreshes. I believe maybe I get 1.5, so I can get 15 shards a day, let's say that, and 15 shards a day is 100 per week. So that would be within what that would be 5 weeks. So we would look at end of November. Then I might have a Miri 7-star. I don't know. It also depends on everything, but Miri 7-star by the end of November sounds pretty good because that means she is then done being farmed, and I will use her in all my squads. She will also have a lot of health. That means she can open up in chapter 3 with being the marked and being able to survive it and then stealth or to clear herself. So that's really good. And also she just has good mechanics for the troll. So for my Gondor squad down the line, Miri is one that I can look at there. Now, if we are to look at anyone else, then we are looking at my Rohan. Actually, let's go ahead and say human overall. So we have Eothane here and we have Eowyn here. There we go. Eomer, I'm working. Actually, I'm not really buying Legolas at the moment. Yes, that's insane, but I'm actually finishing off Eomer because Eomer is really good for chapter 1. He's also good for chapter 2 and with crit, and I think Rohan is still a very good team and it's worth at the moment for me to invest into them star-wise. I hope there will be some shadow because the comment for the AMA that I made was like, when do we get legendaries? When do we get shadows? And one of the devs said best for spooky season, and as Thorna has seen in his data mine, spooky season might be coming in November, so who knows? But at the moment, I'm still saying Rohan is pretty good, and especially if you're free to play, I would really suggest you invest into the Rohan free, and they're really plug and play. Many people would do. I would actually suggest Gimli and Legolas, and that is based on what I've seen in the guild. Rohan free with Gimli and Legolas is turning out over 700k in chapter 2, honestly. Now that is really built up, but still Legolas and Gimli will also be worthwhile if you no, not if, when we eventually unlock Gandalf down the line. So that is actually something that you could build, and it is technically free to play to get all 5 of those now that they are in Arena Store and Guild Chapter 2. So think about that. Eowyn, Eomer, Eothane, Gimli, Legolas. There is a team there. So, and then if the Gondor is here, I basically have Denethor almost built, as you can see here. 6, 6, 5. The 50% is okay at the moment. This is a luxury. This one I don't need at the moment, so this one is done. Basically, I would say I go to 5 maybe. 6 is more like always grand regen, but with a Halberad I don't really need it that much, so Denethor is almost done for me. And yeah, what else do we have? So yeah, human-wise, there's nothing much except for the Rohan and Miri. And then if we were to guess where we're going next, then you have guessed it, everyone. We are gonna go and have a look at Road to Rivendell. This is where my squad is at the moment. When I'm done building my Tebeb and my Yevtu XP-wise, I will be making these guys, these 4 hobbits, I will make them level 51 at the time. I will probably open up with Pippin, and that is due to Pippin having heal. So I get more heal, and also this one is really good. And if I were to say, yeah, then Pippin first, then I would actually say Frodo for some damage. Frodo is also probably the one I would level first. Like, basically what I would suggest for a chapter is that you get, yeah, this one for 3-turn cooldown is nice, but basically the basics is what you really need in, mine went blank. Basically what you need is the basics for the assists. It's the same here, always call an assist. That makes the 5 stacks easier, and that helps everything. Sam is gonna be built. I need him as a tank, but for chapter 1 I don't really need to tank that well. That is more chapter 3. I think overall the abilities are the assists that I will go for. And then also always the chance, like I will actually go this one 25%. That's pretty nice. But yeah, Road to Rivendell is basically what I will be working on in a few weeks from now. I will maybe say a week from now, because as you can see here, I will get this tomorrow. Yeah, I will get this tomorrow for sure. That means Tibeb is then done, and then we can focus on Yevtu. And when I have my Arwen, Lomian, and Elladen farmed to 7, I will invest some refreshes into Robel and Yevtu so they can get finished, and then we will actually be looking at a pretty good Haradrim squad. But that's also for other chapters. So to summarize, what I'm aiming for first is Robel AoE and Tibeb leader ability. That should hopefully help Haradrim get to 900k. That means I would go up to basically, well, we can go take a look. If we go to chapter 1, there, here we go. Yeah, chapter 1. As you can see, many people are getting that. Here, that would be 230, basically, and I had I have 1.5 basically, so that would be 2.7, and then I would need to find, what would I need to find? Maybe 200k more or 100k on different teams. There could be something here. Otherwise, Miri going back in could be nice, and then this squad here will definitely be able to do the same again. Who knows, maybe we can slowly eke into a difficulty-free run with the bombers, especially with Eomer. I think it will be hard, but I need to mix the squads, and here again this can also. So I might not be able to get 2.9 next raid, but maybe next raid again I can get there. So I'm really looking forward to doing this, and that is what I suggest you should be doing. Of course, build so you can do all chapters well, but focus on the chapters where you're closest to 2.9, because 2.9 gives you 6 gandalf shards, and when you can do that consistently, you can consider that chapter basically done at the moment, and you can go to the next one. And what you built for chapter 1 would normally also work well in your chapter 3. Chapter 4, we still don't know how it works with chapter 2, but I'm really looking forward to testing that. And yeah, this is what I'm going to be working on until the next raid, which should be in 5 days, give or take, depending on the keys, but 4 to 5 days, 4.5 maybe. And then we will see if I can get the 2.9 million, or if I would have to wait another raid, but I would definitely really attempt for my Haradrim to get 900k. I'm really looking forward to that, and I will be making sure to get some footage for that. So if you liked what you've seen and what my thoughts process were, then give me a comment down below. What do you think I'm gonna score in the next raid? Will I score 2.5 again? Will I go higher? Will I get to 2.9? Or where will I end up? Drop me a comment and leave a like on this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.